everyone. Today we have Sridhar Mantha with us. Sridhar is the CEO of the Generative AI Business Services at Happiest Minds. But to give you a small glimpse of Sridhar, he is a person who wears multiple hats. He has an immense understanding of technology, and therefore we have caught hold of him today to understand what is happening in the space of GenAI. We have been hearing a lot of discussion around cybersec and GenAI, how they will react to each other and what will be the consequences. So Sridhar, tell us, generative AI and cybersec, they are friends or foes?
Interestingly, you picked two technology areas, generative AI and cybersecurity. Both are mysterious, well understood, not so understood. Everybody wants to do something about it. So since they are so deep, let's keep the conversation a little bit lighter. Now, we always have a friend in our life. There is a saying, right? With a friend like that, I don't need enemies. And another way to look at it is, we always, if at all you have a sibling, we fight, we are the friends. So very similarly, when it comes to generative AI and cybersecurity, the relationship is very similar, right? Of course, cybersecurity is applicable for generative AI. Generative AI can help you from the cybersecurity threats and attacks. Good, they're friends. Wait a minute, let us see the other side, right? Now, people can use the generative AI to come up with new ways to attack the internet systems. Now suddenly we started seeing as an enemy. Now vice versa also. The whole generative AI, the models are so large that has to be put into the cloud. Now suddenly we started seeing the new kinds of cyber attacks that are happening against the GenAI systems. Cybersecurity is back as a problem. So that way they're both the friends and foes. So it's like a sibling rivalry, you can say, or with a friend like that, we don't need foes.
Sridhar, tell me, could generative AI hack itself if it wanted to?
So now I prefer seeing this problem rather than generative AI as a single entity, right? It'll be interesting for us to see that if I split them into two different ones, what I meant by that is, now, can a large language model based solution be hacked by another large language model based solution, right? In theory, it is possible in the sense that now, of course, the hacker solution has the ability to split and create code, right? Now, it can actually try different kind of vulnerabilities or different kind of threats, right? It can keep creating this code continuously. Now, let us say theoretically, 2 million scenarios or 5 million scenarios, code is generated and it attacks the other solution. Maybe it can break it, right? So that way they have the ability. So basically, it is more like, can Mike Tyson win against Mike Tyson? Can Ali win against? So in theory, it is possible, right? And now, of course, the same logic is applicable, right? If generative AI-based solution can hack into another generative AI-based solution, then there's a third solution that can actually make it hack-proof. Right? So with the agent-based architecture that is coming out, we can have all these scenarios. Since I said I'll make it a little bit lighter, so let me share an interesting experience I had recently. I came across a YouTube channel, and this YouTube channel, I'm sure you guys can find it on your own. I'm not advising for them. So it actually pits one LLM against another LLM to actually make debates. And then it creates another set of 15 LLMs that will tell who won the debate and who didn't win the debate. Now, of course, it can take very complicated topics. Does God exist or not? So you guys can check something interesting like that, putting one LLM against another LLM, not only for hacking and interesting debates and all, also people are trying.
So Sridhar, tell me, what keeps you up more at night? AI trying to break in or humans trying to break it?
So fortunately, we don't have sentient AI, where the AI is trying to do things on its own. Maybe that's more like a science fiction, whether it will happen or not. See, what is scary, at least what has been scary and what is getting scarier and scarier is, I consider still AI or generative AI or any of the technologies we are talking about still at this point in time like a tool, right? So the way I see it is like a knife in the hand. You can cut vegetables and make some nice dish out of it, or you can start scaring people and getting violent with that. The same way, slowly, right? Now in the previous scenario, replace that with more deadlier weapons. Right? So very similarly, AI, we got it as a very powerful tool, but historically the hackers have been using AI to attack the systems. So now they got even more powerful tool. The same logic is applicable. You can say the good side of the people also are having the same powerful tool. So whether we like it or not, we need to be on the top of it from the side of the good, so that the hackers, when they're using the same powerful tools, we also use the same powerful tools. Right? So some of our own cybersecurity solutions are already using generative AI to actually improve the testing as well as the tightening of the systems. And it is a constant race, right? We need to be, the good side has to be one step ahead of the bad side, otherwise one way or the bad side is always visible.
So Sridhar, if GenAI can talk, what is the first thing it will complain with respect to cybersecurity?
Very simple. Don't put me on the internet. Because the moment it is on the internet, it doesn't matter. It is exposed to the vulnerabilities.
So tell me, in the world of GenAI and Cybersec, which are the superheroes that will represent GenAI and Cybersec respectively?
This is little interesting. Okay, let me come to it. Let's start with cybersecurity. Right. In my opinion, I think I'll compare cybersecurity with Batman. The reason for that is, it's good, mysterious, difficult to understand, but at the same time, there's a dark side to it, right? Of course, the other name for Batman is Dark Knight, right? So the same is true with the cybersecurity. There's a dark side to this, and there's a good side to that. Now, when it comes to generative AI, it's really difficult. Now, one may say we cannot call it flash. It's not that fast. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to respond. Probably the closest I'll compare is Doctor Strange. The reason for that is, of course, if there are any comic fans, they would have already noticed that I went with Marvel this time and earlier I went with DC. So I'm trying to satisfy both sides of the fans. But beyond that, the reason why I compared to the Doctor Strange is it feels like magic. I'm not saying that generative AI will figure out the spells and become magical, even though it feels sometimes a little magical when we are getting answers from that. The approach Doctor Strange takes always is analytical, be very creative, try to understand the problem and solve it. And the second and interesting attribute of Doctor Strange is constantly keep expanding your knowledge. Now, looking at those two as the core tenets or the attributes of Doctor Strange, I see a lot of similarities with generative AI. Now, as a concluding remark, fortunately I picked from two different universes so that we can keep them separate.
That is actually very smart. Otherwise, my follow-up question was, who would win? But I think we had an interesting discussion with you, Sridhar, and we got some very, very creative answers from you. And we will have you soon back on the seat. We'll have some more interesting questions with respect to some other topic. But thank you so much for being here.